program management team that was set up by CBN that comprised of CBN, the anchors, and BOA. They were the ones who did the selection of the beneficiaries of the facility that was given out. And the way CBN gave the criteria for the facility to be given out, it was without collateral. They had the say because obviously funds were coming from the Development Finance Department of CBN. It was later when we saw that loans are not being repaid, we had to tell CBN that we want to introduce a collateral system. And I struggle as a private sector player, being a farmer myself, to understand how you give out facilities that are not collateralized. That's number one. Number two, the way it's perceived by farmers, especially smallholder farmers, that anything coming from government is largesse, is free money. So a lot of them could not even comprehend the fact that we're telling them to bring collateral. The ones that we actually got collateral from, when we try to call on it, they all sued us to court. When we have so many court cases, sometimes the amount of money we're using for court cases is even more than the money is owed, because it's a tussle between the bank and also the borrower, which is a very Herculean task for the bank. So this is where we find ourselves.
So MD, the question, Honorable, the point is trying to make, you're talking about the beneficiaries, not about the collateral. That's a different ballgame. You want to know if CBN actually did a list, right, to pay those beneficiaries. Though you did say there was a committee.
Yes, headed by CBN.
Who decided
PMT, correct.
You understand? So and maybe because of that method, that's why the loan failed. Yes. Use your mic.
How did they apply?
Use
your
mic
first.
Be on record, please.
The beneficiaries now, did they apply through BOA or to CBN?
I stand on the existing protocol. I'm Kenneth Ikebuchedoze. I'm the Divisional Head Risk Management and Control, Bank of Agriculture. Initially, when this thing started, there was an expression of interest letter written to BOA. BOA forwards such letter to the central bank, who constitutes a program management committee in respect to that particular project. There was a PMT state by state, project by project. This PMT is made up of the anchor, the chair, the CBN, and then the BOA. The CBN is the chairman, the BOA is a member, and the anchor is there. So when the anchor is the aggregator, the person who, like, if you have a mill, a rice mill, you have people who actually produce the rice and supplies to your mill.
Yeah. Okay.
So you use like yes, growers.
Yes.
So it's the anchor, the owner of that mill, that actually supplies his expression of interest, saying, I have so farmers, I have so hectares to produce enough rice for my mill. Is that expression of interest that is transmitted to CBN, and a PMT is constituted. PMT looks at the projects, agrees or disagrees. Part of the responsibility of the PMT is to determine the economics of production. How much will it be used for a hectare of such projects, as it is determined between the anchor, the BOA, and CBN. Based on that, we now know how many hectares are to be involved. Those hectares, upon that, the acreage, you now apply the PMT seats and make recommendation to BOA. The BOA applies to CBN for the funds. The funds are not domiciled with BOA. When we package, yeah, it was just domiciled with BOA.
It was domiciled where?
CBN.
Okay.
We apply to them for, look, this file is ready.
Yes.
They see all the voting and releases the money to BOA. The BOA now gives to the anchor, who now, either which is given directly or given to the anchor. During the prime, when it was the prime anchor, when we started having collaterals, the money is given to the prime anchor. who knows his customers.
The anchor, they have members.
Yes.
They have members in
Yes.
their district.
They are growers.
So it is true, you disburse through those growers.
Yes.
So now the questions Lalu is asking, my colleague is asking. Now those anchors, did they provide collateral for those loans?
Okay. Initially, when this project started, you recall it started from KB State.
Yes.
It was
Also, did they apply individually or as a
the list?
yes? Did they apply because the money cannot be the money can be disbursed to the it must be disbursed according to the beneficiary of those anchor, right? So they apply individually, but the bulk of the money will go to the anchor themselves, the association, like cooperative.
yes.
They also use cooperative, isn't it?
Okay, sir.
Yes,
Right?
Yes, that you said that CBN now issue expression of interest.
No, the farmer rights to express his interest to
The
participate.
farmer right.
Yes.
And the right to BOA.
Yes.
So it is
So
BOA that's going to
that's
direct
the
the
list, yes. That's what we're trying to establish.
We want to
Let's get one. Wait.
Because it is from the BOA when the uncle now brought his expression of interest to you, BOA. It is from you now forward it to CBN. So you are the now first people that not determines how many anchors apply. Or express their interest.
Let me help you.
Let me help him. Let me help him.
Mr. Chairman,
Let me help
please
him.
don't help him here, Mr.
Yeah.
Chairman.
Let him answer.
Let him, he has to provide us with the answer. Because it's very simple, the question is very simple.
And it's
Who
technical.
generates the list? Is it the CBN or you? It's very
The
simple.
list is generated by the anchor.
And it's sent to you.
And sent to us.
And you now send to Central Bank.
We start sent to Central Bank.
I verify that everything is okay.
Yes,
So
that's
before
what-
you send to central bank, you must have done your due diligence,
Yes.
isn't it?
At the point of expression of interest, where
Yes.
he attaches the number of farmers and their names.
Yes.
So when they now do that, when we now send the expression of interest, and it is agreed by CBN that they can participate, we now tell the anchors to ask their customers to open an account with BOA.
No.
I said before you send to CBN,
Okay.
you as the custodian of that fund who we send to CBN, you must have done your due diligence.
To an extent, sir.
So why would you
we understand.
to an extent?
We don't understand.
Because the loan is a process.
Uh,
Due diligence continues until the last part.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. As a bank, assuming you are the risk manager for a purely commercial bank, and I come to you to ask for loan, what would you expect me to do? You ask me to bring collateral also.
Yes.
Huh? Before forwarding those expression of interest to CBN, did you go through them one by one to ensure? Because the whole essence of giving that loan is for the loan to be repaid. You were the enabler. You said to Central Bank, this is good to go. Is it not?
No, please.
Did you ask for collateral?
No.
I told you there are three.
Initially.
Initially, it was not so.
Because
the loan initially was to assist farmers, right?
free.
Yeah.
No,
not free.
The state expressed interest
Yes.
to CBN. The state expressed interest to CBN. Collected data from their farmers, who are supposed to be the intended beneficiaries. Yes. So when they send this, the only way thing we do is to send it for BVM verification. The BVM is verified through CBN, and they tell you this BVM doesn't go, this one doesn't go.
Chairman, sir.
Mr. Chairman.
Yeah, Chairman, sir. Excuse me, sir.
Okay, sir.
You mentioned the PMT,
Okay.
which is the project management team
Yes.
or committee,
Yes.
and the chairman of that committee is the CBN, the anchor borrower, and you, BOA.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
And those are saddled with the responsibility of assessing
Yes.
the loans,
Yes.
the loan applications.
100%.
So invariably, you sat on the table where a decision to say that this particular applicant has qualified for a loan.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
So what are the parameters that they used? Because you are a banker. Before the Anchor Borrowers program started, you've been in existence for quite a long time. I've been an applicant to this same bank a long time ago, and I know the kind of hurdles that were placed before me to assess just a small loan. So being a banker and being a member of that committee that was saddled with the responsibility of assessing who can be recommended to be a beneficiary of a loan, which is to be disbursed by you as a PFI. That means that you knew that these guys qualified, and that's why you passed the recommendation to the CBN that this guy has qualified.
No fight. Is the PMT, wait, is the PMT?
You are a member
Yes.
of the PMT.
A member.
Three people who are members of the PMT.
Yes.
And that PMT is basically saddled with assessing applications.
Yes.
You are a member.
Yes.
The CBN is a member.
Yes.
The beneficiary is a member.
Yes.
So you must have taken them through your risk assessment procedure.
Yes.
So that means that at the point of the application, you will have known that this guy is qualified and this guy is not qualified.
Yes.
Now, that means that you are a part of that decision.
Yes.
To say that this guy is a potential applicant that should be given a loan.
He's qualified.
So, as a banker, did you apply your normal KYCs before you made that recommendation? Because you have such a high rate of failure, to pay back.
See, initially, when this program started, it was supposed to use BVN as the collateral. Initially, when it started. Yet, the only thing that was required from those people were BVN and their data, NIM, and all those things that was needed. Wait, excuse me. There are 3 programs in this. There is the private anchor. There is the state anchor. There's a commodity association. The commodity association, like Refan, brought their members. Yes, they brought their members. And those ones, they came with their list. They introduced their members that these are our members. So if we flog the whole thing together, maybe you'll be misunderstanding me. But if we handle the prime anchor, what we obtained from them was a real estate C of O. Those ones are protected by security. The commodity associations came through the commodity, the Refan, NECA, and one other organization got involved. They were the ones who even guaranteed that in case they don't pay, they have their members, they know how to get back this money. The state.
So what effort are they making now to recover the money?
We have been with them. We have been writing with them.
Mr. Chairman.
The state-owned was state intentions. The state assessed it. So let's move on.
Okay, so let us one at a time. Anko, are you done with the question? No.